Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the bell notification for the further notifications. And when I am uploading the videos, you'll be notified instantly. Thank you so much. We are heading to a Maharishi Parashara conference in the month of November this year, and I will be lecturing for 2.5 hours on Dasha, timing the events. So I will be definitely inviting you all, and maybe I will pick up a few charts also from the community. So you can just simply log into maharishiparasharaconference.com and enroll yourself in, and you will get instant discount also. If you want to drop an email to us at vlastrology24@gmail.com, you will get all the information there as well. My team will definitely help you out. Okay. Thank you so much. Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and I use this ideal zodiac to predict, and that's the reason Mercury retrogrades at 9 degrees 54 minutes and is going to be in Leo sign and will be getting backwards to the Ashlesha Nakshatra from Magha, that is to the Cancer sign again. So this is going to be a very important transit because Mercury, whenever turns retrograde, it is a reminder call that slow down, be careful about your communication, because Mercury is our intellect. And we also see the market, the shares, the trade, commerce. So we all have to be dependent on Mercury when we talk about all these areas, especially the communication, travels, education, industry. So we are going to be discussing a lot in this video. Of course, in the summary part, I'll be sharing what exactly does this mean. And then I will be moving into the 12 sign guidance as always. And I will not be able to do the timestamps, maybe, so please pardon me for that. Maybe, you are going to be experiencing a little bit of uneasiness because of that, because, everybody comes up with that why I don't do the timestamps these days. So I apologize for that because I've been keeping quite busy and I have been traveling. And that's the reason, and people ask me why I travel so much. It's because I get Vastu assignments and it's spreading like wildfire that, people are experiencing many differences in their lives. Because we cannot change the planetary positions, we cannot change the dasha, we cannot change anything apart from the vastu, our surroundings. You will see that, automatically things start falling in place or things start going haywire because we moved certain things in our place in our house, and that's the reason we are experiencing all of that. But remember, Mercury is the planet which rules the direction north, and that's the Kuber also. It's governed by Lord Kuber. That is why when Mercury color green is activated in the north direction of yours, things are going to get much better and easier for you. If at all you have any dosha in the north direction, this might aggravate with Mercury turning retrograde also. So just see for yourself what exactly have you brought in your house. Maybe some plants you can plant. If at all you can't put up any other green things, there. So bring good plants, and maybe you can put up a green scenery of a good view of a valley also, but not of the forest. That's not advisable. So these are small tips, but definitely it depends on your personal chart, how your personal chart is, how you're going to be experiencing the Mercury's repercussions or good things, because Mercury is a very, very important graha. Mercury is the prince. Mercury is also a swift planet. And Mercury actually governs our buddhi. So whatever, it's the intellect, it's the reasoning. So people actually have problems in their communication, in their skills, education, acquiring knowledge while traveling. You miss your bag or something, PR, visa, etc. You're looking for and you don't get it. So all that happens, your gadgets, especially anything to do with communication, could be an email, could be a gadget of yours, anything. maybe you're uploading a video and there is a complication there, or there is a glitch there. So see, these things do happen even if Mercury is not retrograde. At times you have experienced that your phone fell out of the blue and you have to buy another one. So it's not that we can blame it on completely to Mercury's retrogression. It could be that on that day Mercury is transiting a negative graha, nakshatra. So that is also one way to look at it. But there are so many ways to look at the transits. We cannot just say that it is because of this retrogression that you're experiencing highs and lows, especially if you have a Mercury retrograde or combust in your chart also. So this Mercury might give you a good result. So see for yourself, and especially if you are having a Mercury dasha also. So this is how you should check. If Mercury is with Rahu in your chart, suppose, so you might just experience this retrogression as a good transit also. I've seen that happening, not with Ketu, but with Rahu, because they are friends, and this is something which can bring about some positive impact in your life. But be careful about your communication. I must tell you about your gadgets also, and your investments, market crashes, and whatever is happening right now in Bangladesh, you can see to it that it is also because of this Mercury, and whatever is happening across the globe, we can experience all of that. Not just only Mercury, but it is interacting with other grahas also in such a manner. Anyhow, it is going to be getting combust from all through when it is retrograde. So now you will say it is retrograde. It must be far from Sun, and it is combust because it is close to Sun. Only Mercury and Venus only go through this phenomena of simultaneously, that is retrogression as well as combustion. Because when they are retrograde, they start getting retrograde at 9 degrees 54 minutes in Leo sign, this Mercury, and then starts getting direct from 27 degrees in Cancer sign. So approximately 13 degrees span, this Mercury is going to get retrograde. And then on the 18th of August, it is going to be in the deep combustion. That is, it is going to be in the closest vicinity to Sun in Leo sign. So that is where, you will experience some highs and lows in your communication, in your relationships, in your investments. There can be some market upheavals that we can experience. There can be in countries, there can be leaders who can suffer also, because it's Sun and Mercury after all. Sun is authority. So you have to be careful what you're communicating with others. You have to keep your, and it's said that, it is the throat chakra. So you have to take care of your speech, and you have to take care of your thyroid glands also. You can get yourself checked up. Throat issues or lung issues, whatever, we are feeling, speech related problems we experience. Children during this time might, you expect them to talk, to start speaking, but, the babies, or we can say the children who are in that age group, they actually can experience delays. Now, Mercury is going to be in Gandanta also during this time phase. What is a Gandanta actually? People keep talking a lot about it. You must understand that Gandanta is a phenomena which actually impacts us during the birth. At the time of birth, the babies born during the Gandanta actually experience some complications in life related to that particular planet who is in Gandanta. Now, Gandanta can be that, you were trying to, or, get, you're on the talking terms with people related to your promotion, maybe. So let's take an example of a promotion. But what happens in Gandanta timing, it is going to be somewhere around 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of August that you will be experiencing this again. Because it has already been in Gandanta from Cancer to Leo, and then Leo to Cancer, and then again Cancer to Leo, it will be in Gandanta. So can you see, Mercury is going to be in transition all through the year. It is going to be transiting through Gandanta 3-4 times. So when Mercury is in Gandanta, it means that the communication gap will be there, or there can be some misunderstandings even more that you can experience. Because Gandanta means that you need to complete something. Whenever Mercury is retrograde, it's trying to slow you down. It is trying to tell you that to review your communication, review your thought process, align your thought process, not emotionally, but practically. Be reasonable. Don't just make any hasty kind of a decision or anything to do with, because it's impulsive sign of Leo, where it's a fiery energy where Mercury is going to be, and then moves into the emotional sign of Cancer. So this kind of a transition when is happening till the 29th of August, it's going to be Combust also. So can you imagine, there will be so much of energy that you will be experiencing. This is all extempore, there's no script. I'm just going on speaking because I feel that the planets are right here in front of me and they are just talking to me and trying to convey. So Mercury is communication, basically, so you have to see what kind of communication you are involved in. So read between lines. There can be in your situation, maybe it is about you're a student, so it is about education plan, or you're traveling and there is a, you're going in for some higher studies and you come to know that, oh my gosh, this was not the thing that I was expecting. This university is not what I was expecting. Or maybe you are going to be traveling and there can be some, process that you're going to be back and forth, back and forth. So Gandanta means that you're going to be having some transition that you're going to be going through. So you will be learning and you will be untying the knot and then you will be moving further on. Whenever there is a knot, it is always an obstruction, remember. So when there is a commotion, I took an example long time back, when you are traveling by metro, in Dubai, we have a metro and we change, this junction point. So Gandanta is a junction point, which is a lot of commotion. And then you change the train and you take another metro and then you're going towards the destination. So it becomes a little better with the gradual process. But the commotion, that changing a train from another platform, from one platform to the other platform. So this is something which is called the Gandanta, the junction point or the knot that you have to untie. So you will be going through that. There will be some confusion. There will be some kind of irritability also. There will be some kind of, with the neighboring countries, as you know, Mercury is the neighboring, because it rules the third house, sixth house energy is also emitting. So hand loans, you have to be careful in your loans. You have to be careful in your communication with your superiors, with your subordinates, with your co-workers. You have to be careful about your loans, litigation during this time. Don't get involved in all these controversies right now. It is not advisable. Take it easy. I'm not saying that things will not, the things will completely stop or something. You have to stop doing things. No, it's just that you have to be extra cautious. You're traveling, you have to check everything, Okay, your passport is intact, your visa is intact, your itinerary is done well, planned everything well. And of course, you have to check, if at all you're traveling by road. So you check everything is intact in your car also. Take it to the garage before traveling. So, just a forewarning kind of a thing. Mercury is also children. Mercury is also uncles and aunts. So we have to have a good communication with them, maintain good communication with your uncles and aunts. That's a remedy also. Also, a very good remedy is Ganesh mantra, because Mercury is writing also. Mercury is when Ganesh wrote Mahabharata. So that is why Mercury is dual also. So that is why, because Ganesha has also got a head of the elephant and body of the human. So two mothers, duality is attached. Ketu also has that. So that is why whenever Ketu is in Virgo sign, so we must recite more of Ganesha mantras. We can do puja. We can do homam. We can, do Ganesh puja every day. Maybe in the evening you can do it, or in the morning you can do it. Depends on your this thing. Also, north side, you can light a diya every evening, apart from your mandir diya, your puja room. You can light a tea light or a candle, in the north direction with one, wish. So that will be granted. But be focused. You're taking the sankalpa for one wish. And then you do the udyapan, that is towards the end. When the wish is granted, you must thank the God and say that, thank you, it was granted. So you must keep doing this if at all you feel that you're having complication already, have throat problems, etc. So you will know that, there is a weak Mercury in your chart, and in transit also, you will start experiencing these kind of things even more. So you must actually start doing these remedies from now itself, when Mercury is retrograde. All right. So many things I've told you about this. So Mercury is going to be in, 3 nakshatras also. During this transit, is going to be transitioning from Magha to Ashalesha. So I will be sharing the dates also, and then Navmanshas also. And then I will be incorporating all these dates in the predictive when I tell you about the 12 signs readings. All right. So let's start with the readings. And I hope you all like this video and do share. People must know what exactly is this Mercury in transition going to be bringing us at, and what exactly is the way to perform the remedies. I've explained that as well during this time. All right. And also Mercury is going to be in Leo sign at war with Venus also. So when Venus and Mercury are at war, it is about relationship, investments, finances. So these things suffer. So you need to be very careful about these areas rather than, going overboard or getting carried away by what the others are doing. They're making money. Oh, wow, I can also do it. So don't do it that way. They have their own horoscopes. You have their own horoscope. You have your own horoscope. So you cannot just expect or experience a similar kind of situation as others are. So you have to be careful about these things. All right. So, okay. I hope you can see the screen. So at 9 degrees 54 minutes, you can see that Mercury is turning retrograde. Mercury was in Cancer sign earlier from the 29th of June till the 19th of July and was in Gandanta 18, 19, 20th of July. Then it transited through Leo from 19th to the 22nd of August. It is going to be there in Leo sign and is turning retrograde from the 5th of August till the 29th of August and is going to be combust all through. Okay, all through, because Sun from the 15th onwards is going to be transitioning through the Leo sign, its own zone. So Sun is going to get stronger any which ways. And Mercury is going to be also at 18 degrees when it is going to be on the 18th at deep combustion. Not 18 degrees, but initial part of Sun's degrees. So 3 degrees, 4 degrees approximately, it'll be combust. And is going to be in Magha Nakshatra, Gemini Navmansha, when it is turning retrograde. And it's going to be on till the 13th of August in Gemini Navmansha itself. So communication-wise, it's not considered to be good because Gemini is a sign of communication, relationship, neighboring countries, neighbors. So you have to be careful. If at all you have any complications you're experiencing with your neighbors, that means your Mercury is weak. So try to make peace with your surroundings also. And Mercury is going to be again in Cancer from 22nd of August till the 29th of August. It's going to be in the, it is going to be till the 29th of August in Cancer sign in retrogression and then gets direct and is going to be entering in the direct motion in Cancer sign. It continues. So that is, and retrograde period ends on the 11th of September. Okay. And then moves further on. So retrograde period is also till the retrograde means it is going to be at 9 degrees 54 minutes where it started getting retrograde, it reaches there and in Leo sign, that is when you will stop experiencing. It's not just that Mercury is retrograde, turns direct on the 29th and you will start experiencing direct results of Mercury. No, it is going to be post 11th, 12th of September that you will start experiencing Mercury's good results or bad results, whatever you're experiencing. That you have to check yourself. And it's going to be in Leo sign again from the 4th of September till the 23rd of September. So it is going to be till the 4th of September from 22nd of August in Cancer sign again. So you need to be making a note of these dates as well. Okay. So then we have Mercury at war with Venus, and that's something which you have to be careful about. And Mercury is going to be giving you delays, frustrations, review your things. And in Leo, you have to be maybe, be careful about your leadership skills. There can be some drama at the workplace. You can experience some blockage. You can be having some miscommunication, misunderstandings, ego clashes even more. So you have to address all of that. Reassess your personal goals as well. And in Cancer, it is going to be making you very emotional, highly sensitive, and some feelings you can hurt or you can hurt yourself also during this time. You can be nostalgic, you can meet your friends, you can, revisit your emotional needs. You can maybe, catch up with your old associates. That is also quite possible. And when Mercury is combust, that means that it is going to be overpowered or is burnt out by Sun. So the issues could be that there can be ego clashes, there can be some lack of clarity also. You can experience some fluctuations in whatever you're communicating. There can be some complications that you can experience globally in communication with each other, documentation, etc. And market suffers as well. Some upheavals can be felt. Market corrections can be also taking place during this time. So be clear, be compassionate, be mindful, review your past actions, and be careful in your planning the future steps. Be patient also. This is something which you should be taking good care of also. Yes, don't gamble. Yeah, these are all, you have to be taking good care of. All right. So let's start with the readings. And as you know, I don't just take the readings as per the ascendant moon, but I also use the dasha. So if at all you are in the dasha of Mercury, so you have to see how this Mercury dasha is treating you. So Mercury retrograde might be giving you a negative or a positive result based on your personal chart as well. So I do use ascendant moon and dasha. So dasha sign, I have already done a video on the same, that how you have to check. Please go back and see the shorts. Under the short section, you will find out how to see the transits. Okay. So the dasha sign. So just a quick review on that. You have to see what dasha you're in. Suppose you're in Mars dasha and Mars is in Gemini sign. So make Gemini your ascendant, even if you are not Gemini ascendant. Suppose you're Aquarius rising, but you have to make Gemini your ascendant and see how the planets are in your natal chart, in your birth chart, and then superimpose the transits, and you will experience the results even more. Suppose right now, if you are a Gemini rising and you have a Gemini, Mercury also, Mercury right now is the ruler of Gemini. It's a retrograde. So it might just make you very impulsive in making decisions. So be careful about it. Be watchful about your relationship with your siblings, neighbors, friends, etc. Okay, signing of documents, etc. also. So let's start with the Aries natives first. I've given the remedies in the beginning part. Maybe I will do the timestamp for that. If I'm not able to, so please do it. Okay. So Aries natives, this Mercury is going to be back and forth in your 5th and then goes back to the 4th house. So this is going to be a very, it's going to be making you quite confused about your investments, first of all. Your communication gap can be there with your children, with your neighbors, also with your friends, with your family members. You have to be careful about what you speak, what you utter. Your creative sense, creative abilities might suffer. You are thinking of parking your, maybe some kind of investments that you have parked somewhere, or maybe you can get influenced by the people around you and you just suffer in your investments also. And there is a possibility of travels. If at all you're thinking of, you can do it. I will be giving you the dates when you can travel. The best would be to avoid the Gandanta dates. So from the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, these are the 3 dates you have to avoid for travels. Otherwise, it is going to be from the 5th to the 13th, a good time period for signing any documents if you have to. Review them though, read them well. If you have to go in for any kind of PR, visa, etc., it might just be a delayed kind of a thing, or there can be some problem or complication in your agreements also. 14th to the 17th is the time period when you will be having some troubles or issues to deal with your finances, your family, speech related issues, misunderstanding can happen. Also, you have to take care of your expenditures. There can be too many expenditure on the gadgets, etc. So you have to take care. And it can be the time period when you can have complications at the workplace also. If at all you have to join a job, remember that there can be a back and forth at the workplace also. 22nd to the 28th is the time period. 18 to 22nd is a good time period for you to make any decisions regards to your investments, but avoid from 22nd to the 28th of August. So travels also can be cumbersome. There can be that you have losses from the investors. So you have to be careful. If you're traveling for studies, education, this might be a little, a problem, or maybe I would not say problem, but maybe you have to change your stream. When you reach the university, you get to know that you have to change, or there has to be some some kind of issue that you have to go through by, maybe a place to live in, you're having some problems there. Okay. So make things very clear on the day one itself. Okay. And on the 29th, it gets direct and is going to be getting better for you, of course, if at all you're having. See, you have to judge yourself, your, Mercury retrograde. If at all you have been having some complications already, with related to Mercury, misunderstandings are happening, or you're having some problems in education, some kind of reversal is happening, in your promotion, etc. So this retrogression might just give you good results. Okay. So till the 11th, 12th of the next month, that is September, you will be experiencing similar kind of a situation. And then retrograde period ends. Mercury starts onward journey from 9 degrees, 54 minutes. So that is something which you will be experiencing, good, bad, ugly, whatever. You have to judge yourself because it's a personal thing. If you are having complications before Mercury retrograde, so this will be a good. So it's the vice versa. Okay. You have to check yourself. Then Mercury moves into your Cancer sign. Not good for purchasing of property, not good for vehicle purchase. 22nd to 29th, avoid. Okay. Then it starts getting direct, so things will get better. But it is going to be in Gandanta again from I'll tell you. So from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th September, you have to be careful again because it is going to be in Gandanta again from 4th September. Okay. Coming to the next sign, let's do the next sign, that is Taurus. Do the remedies. I've given the remedies in the beginning part. I might just do the timestamp for you guys. If at all you can't, then, find it. Then you have to hear the initial summary part yourself because it's very, very important because I've done the Vastu remedy also in that, how you can make your north direction better. So for Taurus natives, this is happening in your 4th house and then the 3rd house when Mercury is retrograding, demoting, and it is also combust and is also at war with Venus. So many things are happening with this Mercury. So if you are having some complications already in real estate issues, some education issues, or maybe, you're having any kind of subject change, etc., you're thinking of, you're purchasing of property or vehicles. So this might just be giving you some issues here and there. Some signing of agreements and documents might just be really, in dispute, or maybe you're not checking them well, and then you just have to go through the process again. So it is a delaying and a frustrating process for you. You have to check yourself if at all you have a good Mercury in your chart. So this might not be a good dasha. This time period might not be a good period, but it can be the other way around. Maybe you have a Mercury combust in Rahu Ketu axis. So this might give you good results, retrogression will. So you have to judge yourself how your Mercury is in your chart. And there are always, some retrogradations, have want you to revisit the areas of life where you're missing out on. Maybe, you will meet somebody from the past, ex-partner or someone known, somebody from the past you will meet, revisit, and then you will definitely, that misunderstanding that you had, you will definitely be able to reconcile with that person. So this is a very important thing, to do whenever any planet is retrograde. You have to check the signification. So Mercury is communication after all. So you will be reconciling, or you will be putting your karma with that person. So Mercury retrogression means slow down. Take care of your communication. Don't use harsh language with someone who's very close to you also. During this time, there can be too many complications here and there. Mercury will be moving backwards and is going to be in Gandanta also. It is going to be giving you troubles here and there related to your communication, travels, short journeys, distant relationships. You have to be careful. There can be too much of emotions involved and people can be hurtful, and this can bring about some lack of wisdom also. You will not be able to have that reasoning. Intellect can just, fail you when it is required the most. So you have to be careful about these areas, when Mercury is in Gandanta, Mercury is moving backwards. So 21st, 22nd, 23rd, you have to be a little extra cautious about this. But from the 5th to the 13th, this is a good time for planning your investments and budget planning and how you can make money out of money. Connect with your people, around you who can help you, your family members. You have to connect with them and they'll guide you through. Also, Mercury will be in your Taurus Navmansha. That's happening on the 14th till the 17th. So you will be very communicative. Don't get overwhelmed. You can be very talkative. You meet someone from past after ages, and you just spill the beans. You speak up everything and you narrate your whole life story. So be careful about that. Some people do take advantage like that, So you have to be careful when you're sharing with your known ones. Rather share with the unknown people. That's better, if you have to. Suppose you go to an astrologer and you just share everything, you pour your heart out. So that is something which is going to be really helpful. And all the slots are taken. Somehow Mercury retrograde has given me too much of work. Somehow people are just experiencing already maybe some issues. So you know how it is. So you can simply just, book a reading at vlastrology24@gmail.com. 18 to 22nd, just be careful when you're traveling. It can bring about your distant relationship with your children. It can bring about your mother traveling to some religious place. And also it is about your partner's health, which can suffer. So you have to take care. And investors might just fail you. You're expecting some money from somewhere and it doesn't happen. And on the 22nd to the 28th, this can be the time period when you can have some misunderstanding with your friends, the community you move around in. So be careful. And investments, you park your money somewhere and you lose good amount of money. So there is some correction happening. There is some market upheavals. I had predicted that market will crash or market will drop drastically, and that happened. So whenever Mercury is stationary, especially, and at war with Venus is any which ways, the second house ruler in the natural zodiac. So finances suffer when they are at war, especially. And Mercury is moving backwards towards that arena. So it will give you a lot of confused state of mind also to make decisions. So be careful. Do the remedies I've given, and you're good to go. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. So now for Gemini natives, this is your ascendant lord, which is turning retrograde. And this is going to be a very important transit for you because it's happening in your third house and then moves backwards in the Cancer sign on the 22nd of August and remains there till the time it turns direct and post that as well. So Mercury is going to be, back and forth, and is going to be in Gandanta also again. So this is the time when on the 5th of August, it turns retrograde in Leo sign. So this will bring about some issues in relationship with your children, with your siblings, a communication gap. While traveling, you can have some bitterness with your people you're traveling with, or there can be some kind of glitch which can happen, in your gadgets, etc. You're just shooting an email and it goes to someone else. So all these are generic, very generic, but you must understand your Lagnesh is transiting your third house. So you will make some hasty decision, bold decision during this time. It's the third house after all. And it's in the fiery sign of Leo, where Mercury is. And Sun is also going to be there, and Mercury is going to be in deep combustion on the 18th of August. So you have to be very careful about your communication there. And if at all you feel that, things are not moving, you're trying hard and, it is not working at the workplace, you're not getting that kind of support and help from your coworkers. So this is going to be a tough phase for you, of course. And if at all you're already experiencing the negatives, so this might bring about positive results. Mercury might bring about positive results. Maybe you can have complications with your siblings if at all Mercury is very strong in your chart. So Mercury retrogression behaves in an opposite way. So you need to reconcile with your people around you, your neighbors, your siblings, the community you move around in, your peers. Take care of your communication with your, with your family members also. So park your funds well. Do not get carried away, especially when Mercury is in Gandanta on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So you have to be little cautious, little extra cautious about your money, about your finances, about your speech. Don't eat anything which gives you some health issues or trouble in your stomach also. And throat chakra. This is the throat chakra. Meditate, pranayam. This is also a very good remedy, for you. You must calm down. You're just running and, you're doing too much. So this might just bring about some complications here and there, being the ruler of your Lagna as well as your fourth house. Mercury is turning retrograde. So if you have shifted out, if you're planning to shift out, so this might be giving you some issues here and there, but you will be, you're good to go. it will bring about those kinds of upheavals, changes. And you meet your people from the past, you have to revisit the past. Maybe, your childhood friends, or you meet your ex-lover or ex-partner. So all that can happen. All right. And I'm just giving you a few dates, especially 5th to the 13th of August. This might be that you're talking too much, or you're meeting too many people, and you're just pouring your heart out. Just be careful. Don't talk too much. Maybe you will speak something which will be used against you in the future. So you have to be careful. Just a forewarning. Also, from the 14th to the 17th, expenditures might rise. So just make sure that you're not spending on things that you really don't want and need. So make sure. 18th to 22nd, good time to connect with your friends, your community. Be creative, park your funds well. You will be meeting somebody who will be guiding you through also. The help will come. So this is something which is going to be a divine thing. 22nd to the 28th of August, this is the time period when your workload is going to increase. You might just feel that, you're putting a lot of effort, but things are not happening, that things are not falling in place. So you might just feel a little uneasy. You might just feel a little detached from what you're doing, the mundane jobs. Okay. So be careful about your communication, especially from the 5th to the 13th of August. Don't overtalk. Don't blabber. Okay. Somebody, I don't know, my team told me that you bark a lot. This was the language which was mentioned in a comment in the comment section. I don't know when, but my team showed it to me. I said, let it be, but look at the language people use. What karma they are adding, I don't know. And I don't know how it matters to them, whatever, Anyways, I forgive and pardon them, It's fine. They're quitting their karma, I'm quitting mine. So coming to the Cancer sign. So for Cancer natives, this Mercury, being the ruler of your 12th and your third house, is going to be turning retrograde in your second house and is moving backwards and comes to your first. Now, whenever Mercury is getting retrograde in your second house, first of all, you have to take care of your speech, your throat, thyroid glands. Also, this is turning retrograde. So that means it is moving away from its exaltation place, Otherwise, it was moving forward and now it's moving backwards. So it is like, going to give you some issues related to it is going to give you some issues related to your finances also, some financial losses. Maybe you're going to be spending some money on hospital or charity. So don't get carried away. Don't overdo. Charity also, you have to draw a line. I always say that because, you cannot, just, hinder, or you cannot be obstructing somebody's karma. So if you're doing too much, you're actually obstructing the karma of theirs. So you should have, it said that some percentage of your income you should donate every month. But how much? That depends on your income. Okay. Also, Mercury is going to be at war with Venus, is going to get combust. So this is the time when you have to be careful about your mental setup. So maybe, you're not going to get that kind of satisfaction that you're waiting for. People are not understanding you. You're just being misunderstood. Unnecessary complications in the family, health issues to your partner or your spouse, or it can give you some losses in your investments. So you will regret whatever you have, done till now, or whatever, your effort that you have made to build the empire or build the family. So that might just come crashing out and you will feel very sad and very uneasy. But it is because of your maybe some impulse, or maybe, you have hurt someone. So you have to be careful about that also. Maybe, they are just going to be, having some kind of, maybe they're, there can be some kind of vengeance that people have, the agenda they have. So you need to be careful about that also. Maybe you have done some harm to someone and you get it back during this time period. It's a reversal time after all. So if you have said something to someone, forgive that person and pardon that person and ask for apologies. Or maybe you have to, you will get the similar kind of treatment during this time. Okay. Second house is the house of speech, food, finance. So you have to, and family. So you have to strike a balance here. It can lead to some kind of communication gap, or it can be some kind of issues to deal with. Maybe you eat something and you have food poisoning, or you have some digestive issues also. Then it moves backwards on the 22nd of August and comes back to the Cancer sign. Now, when Mercury is in the Cancer sign, the emotions get impacted a lot. You make decisions out of emotions, not practically, not with reason. So you feel very backwards in that. You feel that you did so much emotionally, but you did not get that reciprocation from the other side. So you might feel very uncomfortable during this time in your relationships. Also, you must understand that when Mercury is in the Cancer sign, in Gandanta, so especially on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of August, you have to be careful, especially during that time. If there is a blockage in relationship, you need to untie that knot, because the knot, whatever said and done, the knot is obstruction. Gandanta means you have to end that Gandanta, that knot. So you need to actually, you have to open that. So you need to really work on your relationship, on yourself. Don't have guilt of whatever you have done. So no regrets, just move on, forgive, forget, and carry on with your life. Okay. Because you are going to be carrying on this baggage, and this will lead to complications and health issues also to you. So you have to be careful about all that. Okay. Short journeys might be a little difficult, or maybe there are losses that you go through, or it could be that you have to apply for a visa and PR, and this is not a good time. So you have to face that reversal during this time as well. Do the remedies. Ganesha is there by your side. Always remember, he is going to protect you. The divine energy is working on you. And 5th to the 13th, especially, you have to be careful about your travels, about your expenditures. Somebody's in the hospital, you have to cater to some expenses coming your way. 14th to 17th is a good time period to connect with your friends, experts in investments, etc. You have to seek help and advice. So this is a good time period. 18th to 22nd, you might just have a lot of work to do, too many things in hand, and it might be a little difficult for you to complete the tasks. So you have to be very careful. Don't be jack of all trades and master of none. So focus on things that you really, the priority. Set your priority and finish that first. Okay. If you are a student native, if you are your children also, if you're talking about, so this might be a little giving you new opportunities, new education plan, also deviation from the past, whatever you have been doing. So 22nd to the 28th would be the time the luck is by your side. So if you are thinking to meet a guru, a teacher during this time, so you can just connect with the mentor, take some kind of guidance that you need. Okay. So it'll help you, and don't deviate from the path. Okay. 29th, you will also be traveling, and this will be enlightening you. You're going to be planning your future now. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. Okay, Leo natives, first of all, I apologize if at all I was too harsh on Leos last time when I was doing the weeklies. People have not liked it because I don't have anything against any signs. You must understand I'm an astrologer. And when I talk about, all the 12 zodiac signs have positive and negative traits. You must understand. So there's no harm in, mentioning all the traits. If you're learning astrology, especially, you must know the good, bad, ugly about the astrological world. And if at all you're having, any kind of complications in your life, it is because of the dasha that you're in. So it cannot be that, a Leo can be good and Leo can't be bad. A Leo can be bad and good as well. All the signs. So pardon me if at all I hurt someone's feelings. So for Leo natives, Mercury being the ruler of your 2nd and the 11th house, that is the Dana giving planet, is turning retrograde. So it can be that you are having some projects in hand and you have to do back and forth in that. You have to put little extra effort now. Maybe, you missed out on something, some missing link. You might just get that. You will be able to achieve that. But you must understand that you might just be talking too much. With Mercury in the 1st house in retrogression, you will be talking too much. You'll be discussing finances too much. Don't I'm not saying don't think big. Think big, but be practical also. You can make some decisions which are going to be back and forth. Maybe you decide your investment and you regret later. So you have to be careful about all of this. Okay. They can be, you can, be very over practical also in Leo sign. You can be very creative to the core. But at the same time, your investments, your children, because this is a sign for children also, they might just be having, they need some attention right now. Maybe, your investments need attention. You're ignoring something. So just meet those people who are experts in this. Park your funds, give the account to handle to someone else, some experts, if you can't. Like I'll tell you, what I do. I have some, somebody who's some financial firm who's actually handling my account. So it's not that I have big money with me, but it's just whatever I have, I want to safeguard that. If I have to safeguard some whatever my hard-earned money, my husband, So we do what? We have given that account to some experts to handle, because I'm not pro in that. And I don't have that kind of time. So they just, align everything. So do that. Try giving it to someone who can handle your funds well. Okay. Rather than you doing it and you just losing your money, whatever you have, it's after all your hard-earned money. We are working so hard. I'm traveling, I'm working, I'm doing Vastu, and it's not easy. Life isn't easy. When you're traveling, it's very, very difficult. I fall sick also at times. So nothing comes for free. Remember, everything has a price. If somebody says this is free, this reading is free, please don't get carried away. Don't get carried away. Nothing on this planet is free apart from nature. Okay. If you don't give back to the nature also, definitely we will suffer. No. So nothing is free. So you must actually safeguard your money matters. And, because it's your wealth giving house after all, and your family, your family, somebody is unwell, you have to cater to, you have to keep them healthy. So you need to be there, by their side, especially on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. You have to be careful about someone in the family, careful about your travels, careful about your money matters. Don't be jack of all and master of none. Prioritize everything. Just be meticulous about your life. Okay. Be wise. Okay. Don't, sometimes what happens, impulsive decisions or emotional decisions overshadow your mental setup, your, intellect. So that is something that can happen with Mercury retrogradation. So you have to be careful about all of that. So be practical in life. I am a very practical astrologer. If there is something happening, it is not that good things are happening because I said so, or bad things are going to happen because I said so. No, there are good, bad, ugly, everything happening on this planet, and everything will happen on this planet as well, because the wheel of time doesn't remain for everyone the same. It has to go down for me. It has to go up also for me. So you must actually, light a diya, light a tea light or a candle in the north direction of your house, northeast. Okay. You will feel better. Apart from your, the prayer that you're doing and you're lighting the diya everywhere, in your prayer room. So apart from that, I'm saying this remedy, because the diya is, going to activate that area, because air is there, water is there, fire is there. So we are just trying to activate that area. Okay. So do that remedy. I'm giving you the dates when you have to be careful. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, post that. Mercury is going to be in your 12th house. Travels can bring losses, or they can be that you lose your passport, your visa, etc. You have to be careful. Okay. It could be that somebody is in the hospital and you're not able to meet. So you're feeling very uneasy because of that. Don't be verbally, don't hurt someone. Even if you are having something in your heart, somebody has hurt you, just keep mum for that point in time. Okay. You're quitting your karma in a way. Okay. 5th to the 13th, you might just be having some issues in your investments. Plan them well. Take the help of your friends, experts, etc. And you're good to go. Some friend can be having some complications or can be having some, need your support. 14th to 17th, this is the time there's a lot of workload to finish, and you have to cater to your work, and you have to spend more time at the workplace. So you will be feeling a little uneasy because of that. 18th to the 22nd is a good time period for travels, exploring your hidden potential, to understand what you can do, how you can grow, how you can help others also. And that is something which is going to be very positive for you, bringing in connectivity, stronger connections with your mentors, your guru, learn from them. It is going to be positive for you, of course. Okay. And also 18 to the 22nd, this one. And okay, just be careful from 22nd to the 28th. Now, that's the time period when you can have health issues. Some health issues can happen, or there can be some losses, or maybe, it will be that you gain some money for short duration, and you just get carried away and you invest a big time money, and then you regret. That kind of a situation can happen also. Pay your taxes on time. Maybe you will buy some insurance also during this time period. Okay. But you have to take care of your health, your skin related issues also. Okay. Dental issues can also come up. Take care. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. Okay. So Virgo natives, your Lagnesh is going to be turning retrograde and is going to be in your 12th house. Then comes to your 11th. So when the Lagnesh is turning retrograde, it is the ascendant lord after all. So this brings about, some kind of revisiting. It's like, you have to revisit those areas or arenas, or, those friends or those energies that you have not tapped from a long time. It could be travels. Maybe you have to travel to a place where you have been planning from a long time, not vacationing, but traveling for some work, or you have to finish the task. You have to finish your, whatever you have decided already, and you could not. So you're going to be maybe visiting a religious temple or a place, a religious place you're going to be visiting. And also this can bring about some losses to your health. It can be losses to financial losses or physical losses. You have to take care, because this is the 12th, this is the first house ruler in the 12th house. And Mercury was, direct. Mercury, when it was direct, it was moving towards the exaltation sign. Now it is coming backwards. So this is not a good position after all, especially for the Virgo natives. Ketu is already there as well. So you have to be careful about your health. Take care of your family members. There can be some losses that you have to go through, but there is a relief that if you are in the foreign land or you're traveling to the foreign land, then this is going to be a little better. Maybe you're going for education, you're going to be learning something. You must learn something during this time, during Mercury retrogression, and you should revisit, revise. Maybe, you're going to be maybe revising or reading your books, reading a novel, you have not read from a long time. You are going to be journaling during this time, but just take care of your speech. Don't over communicate. Just draw a line, okay, with everyone. Also, Mercury is going to be coming backwards and is going to be entering Cancer sign again. It's going to be in Gandanta from 21st, 22nd, 23rd, these 3 days. And it's going to be deeply combust on the 18th of August. So can you see, it's going to be from 6 to 8 at war with Venus. Then it's going to be combust, and it's going to be in demotion, in fallen, or we can say that it is coming backwards in Gandanta. So Mercury is not in a good shape, actually. Your ascendant lord, your 10th lord is not in a good shape. So if at all too good to be true situation comes up, don't buy it. Don't buy that. This is just a superficial or an eye wash. Somebody tells you that, okay, I'm giving you this offer at the job. Don't take it up. Believe you me, you will not regret it. It has happened today itself when I was doing the reading, and that person declined that, and he came to know from someone else that this was a fraudulent act that they were doing. He came to know, and he was thanking me again and again because I told him not to take it up. So this is something, which we all must be aware of. Okay. Nobody will tell you this. I don't think so. Any astrologer will go to that detail. Okay. That this can happen. Be careful. I miss out on so many things. I'm not saying that I'm, completely 100% my readings are, the predictions are true. But surely I try my best. And then, you have to be careful about your friend circle you move around in, or the people that are guiding you, the community. So you have to be careful. This can be, this can bring about communication gap with the people around you, which can spoil the relationship also. Superiors, influential people, co-workers, on the job front, with your friends, children, you can have these areas, either or. Something will be, read between lines, something is amiss, not completely for your situation, but you have to read between lines. Okay, maybe with your partner you can have some issues, or maybe you're having some skin related problem. That is also quite possible. Okay, so just don't ignore all these areas. Just be more I would say alert. That is what this Mercury retrogression is going to be telling you. And as it is, you have so many things with this Mercury that you're going to be experiencing during this short period of 3 weeks, that you will say that everything is happening so fast, so quick, and you're not getting that time to think. So just slow down. This is what this Mercury is trying to do. It is trying to confuse you. Don't get confused. This shall pass. Can you see all the grahas are in Rahu Ketu axis apart from Saturn? So this is why, it is a blocked energy that you're going to be experiencing during this time. You want to make some investments, you're not able to. You want to meet people, you're not able to. You want to convey certain things, you're not able to. You're wanting to, sell off your property, you're not able to. For example, anything related to, your documentation, communication can be giving you some issues here. So you have to be careful about all of that. Okay. 5th to the 13th of August is the time that you have to be careful at the workplace. There can be some miscommunication, some communication gap that can happen at the workplace. Then from the 14th to the 17th, travels might suffer, but you will meet somebody who will guide you through. Okay, I must, maybe explore the hidden potential in me. That person might just tell you that you have this in you. Or you might just upskill yourself. You just join a course or something and you start gaining knowledge. 18 to 22nd is not good for your health, for skin-related troubles, mouth-related issues, dental issues you can have. Be careful, throat, thyroid, etc. So have medicine on time. On the 29th, this is the time period, 22nd to the 28th is the time period that you have to be careful about your relationship with your partner. If you're single, solo, then this might be bringing about issues in your work arena, or with your relatives, your friends, your immediate circle that you move around in. So you have to be taking care. They can have some issues, or maybe, they will confuse you for doing things. So you have to be alert. Okay. Do the remedies I've given in the beginning part. They'll help you. Coming to the Libra sign. So for Libra natives, this Mercury, first of all, we have to divide it into parts. We cannot just say that Mercury is retrograde. It is going to be giving similar kind of results. No. Mercury, being the ruler of your 9th and the 12th lord, is going to be getting retrograde in your 11th house, is going to be at war from 6th to the 8th with your Lagnesh, that is Venus, is going to be getting the Combust from the 4th of August till the 28th of August, and is going to be in deep combustion on the 18th of August. Then moves backwards, is going to be in Gandanta from the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. It's going to be in Gandanta. That is also a transition. I'll tell you what exactly is going to happen. But it is, can you see, we cannot just write off, or we cannot just say that it's going to be good or it's completely bad. No. We cannot do that. That's not astrology. Then that is something which is called befooling others. So you have to be careful about this Mercury retrogression, especially as regards to your investments. You have to be careful with your friends. Maybe they will use you. Then you will regret, oh, I shouldn't have spilled the beans. I shouldn't have given this information to that person. That is something which you have researched and you give it away. It's like, you bake the cake and somebody else is eating it. How will you feel? So you have to be careful about that. Secondly, you have to pick and choose your friends. It can be that you meet somebody from your past. It could be a relationship. It could be an ex-partner. It could be your friends. You're having some get together with your friends. Can happen. Okay. So you have to, whenever Mercury turns retrograde, it will give you problems in travels. some issues related to your communication, misunderstandings come up. So in your case, it is with Venus. 6 to the 8th, you have to be careful, especially, for your investments and your friend circle that you move around in. Maybe, they are going to be luring you. They are going to be they're going to be using you. So you have to be careful about all those energies during this time. Also, Mercury is going to be in deep combustion on the 18th of August. Now, that's the time period it can bring about some upheavals in the market trends also. It can be that, it's Mercury is intellect and it is retrograde and combust also. That means you have to revisit the old things, what you have invested, what you have, your relationships. You have to revisit the past. It could be about children. You have to cater to your children. You have to spend more time with your children. Investors, maybe you have to speak with the investors now again. Okay, you have to start from scratch. You don't have anybody, and now you have to start from scratch. It could bring about some health issues to your partner. So careful. Then on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, when Mercury moves backwards in the 10th house, it is going to be crossing the Gandanta. Now, what is the Gandanta? It is from fire energy to water energy. Previously, it was water energy to fire energy when it was moving into Leo sign on the 22nd, from 19th July to 22nd of August in the Leo sign. So it actually, went into Cancer, then again into Leo, and now from Leo, it is coming back to Cancer, then we'll be moving into Leo again. So can you see how many times it has crossed this water, fire, water energy? So it means that you're already experiencing multiple times that, you are making decisions impulsively, then back and forth, and then you get emotional. A lot of mood swings are happening just because Mercury is a very important graha to you. Mercury rules your Bhagya Lord. It is the Bhagya Lord. So what happens? It is giving you a lot of issues to deal with. It is giving you those kinds, or it is bringing those kinds of situations where you get frustrated. That these are the trying times. Also remember, the 8th Lord and your 9th Lord are getting at war. So this is going to be a positive thing for you. Positive in a way, because it is the 8th house Lord, which is at war. And remember, Mercury is combust also. Let me see if Venus is combust or not. Just a sec. Venus is 23rd. Okay, Venus is not combust. So what happens? No, Venus is not. So what happens, when Mercury and Venus together, they come at war, it is going to be back and forth, or troubles in relationship. It brings troubles or brings some hidden realms, they come into limelight. You will say something, you will spill the beans. People will get to know your plans. So don't do that. Don't do that. Never utter until and unless that thing is done. Believe you me, it says that Saraswati sits and it burns it. It burns burns whatever your plans are. It said so. So you should never, ever utter anything until unless your plans are actually culminated, realized. So this can bring about some issues with your co-workers, with your bosses. You can get very emotional rather than, getting really practical and reasonable and wise. You might just make emotional decisions, and then you will regret. No, I shouldn't have done that. That kind of a situation can come up, especially from the 3rd to the 5th to the 13th of August. Luck is by your side. Travels can be good, but it can bring about issues with the seniors, your bosses. Communication gap can be there. So be careful. You can acquire more knowledge during this time though, but it can bring about irritability or maybe, some kind of miscommunication with the seniors and bosses. Be careful. 14 to the 17th is the time period when you will have to experience some growth in your finances. You will experience that, but it is going to be a very deep kind of a connectivity with in your relationship, or a setback in your relationship during this time period. These 2-3 days, not good for your relationship. Also, plan everything well. Take care of your health also during this time. You ate something wrong, and then you have, you can have, you might just eat something and you can have digestive issues. 18th to the 22nd is the time period when you might be traveling, you might be conversant, you can be more indulgent in relationship. It can bring about some new partner in your life. You can propose to the person you have been dating, or you can be also forming a good connectivity with the others around you. But there can be some communication gap or losses also as regards to your investments. 22nd to the 28th is the time period when you can have some health issues, some litigation, loans, etc. can just fail you, or maybe there is a verdict that you have been waiting for. It might just confuse you, and it might just be delayed. It can be that you were thinking that it's over now, and I'm going to be getting the judgment in my favor, but then there is a another date that you got. So it is a postponement kind of a thing that can happen. And on the 29th is the time period when you have to be a little extra careful about your health. Some physical, or maybe, some kind of skin related issues can come up. Okay. Just take care. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this Mercury is going to be getting retrograde in your Kendra, that is in your 10th house, and is going to be coming backwards, fallen to the, or demoted to the Cancer sign, the previous sign. So now what is happening? Mercury was moving towards his exaltation place. That is the 11th house. Things would have been better, but it is now moving backwards and is going to be in Gandanta. Also is going to be Combust, at war. So many things are happening. So this Mercury is losing the potency to give the results. Now, what results is the 8th house ruler after all. So it is not going to be good for investments, stocks, shares, gambling, speculative income, or maybe, suddenly you will make profits if at all you are experiencing bad results till now. So Mercury retrogression will behave the other way. So this is going to be giving you good results. Also at the workplace, you can have some cultural differences, or maybe some kind of problems in communication. There can be some issues that you have to deal with the bosses, seniors, etc. There's a lot of workload and you're not able to actually, align everything well. Set your goals, be focused, and you are good to go. Also, there is a possibility that you switch your department or some changes there, and for the time being, accept it, because it is going to be a reversal that we can experience. Also, Mercury might just give you a job which might trigger for a while, and then you are asked to quit, or there is some change that or maybe you find a better job later. Depends on your personal chart, of course, how it is. And also it is going to be a very positive time period to travel for education purpose, if you are a student native yourself. So it is good. It is a good time period. And generally, during this time period, only the session is about to start. Retrograde period will be over. So things are going to get better, of course. And this is also the time period when you should not get carried away in your relationships, because what happens, your close relationships only might just fail you. They might just backstab you. You're dependent on your friends or your community you move around in, and they just confuse you, or they give you wrong advice, maybe knowingly, unknowingly. It could be any which ways. So you have to be also careful about that. Seek the advice from the experts if you're going in for any kind of job change, any kind of investments, anything to do with communication. Reread the documents well. Review. Everything is RE, related to RE when any planet is retrograde. Saturn is retrograde. Jupiter is turning retrograde as well. Mercury is retrograde. So it means that, in your work, you have to review certain things. Saturn is your work, karma karak after all. So you need to review the things. Okay. And Mercury is also going to be in deep combustion. First of all, it is going to be at war on the 6th to the 8th. So female counterparts, basically, they will be, as you know, in Bangladesh, what is happening? The prime minister has, left the country. So it is Venus after all, which is suffering here. That means, but Venus is also protected. Okay. So you need to be careful about, depending on the female counterparts at the workplace or communicating with them. They only might backstab you. There can be some conspiracy which is happening at the workplace. So be careful when you're conveying certain things. It could be that you have to go through the backstabbing, and people might just take you otherwise, and they might conspire against you. You thought that I can confide in this person, and that person only backstabs you. What will happen? So you have to be careful about that. Sun is also going to be in your 10th house, so this might just bring about some authority, or maybe your leadership skills you might just enhance, or you might just get connected to the influential people. You must acquire more knowledge and be a team leader, good team leader. Okay, one sec. Also, there is a possibility of travels when just avoid on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, but it is definitely going to be a very positive time period for travels, to learn more, explore the world, and luck is by your side. Don't make any hasty and emotional decisions, though. People around you, in and around you, might just use you. That can happen. Reconcile with make peace with the people around you, your community, your friends, your father-like figures. Also, there is a possibility of some educational plan that you're going to be starting. You're going to be starting some courses, etc. You're joining some course. So that is also going to help you enhance and upgrade yourself. 5th to the 13th is the time you can have some health issues. Take care of that. Some wrong investments, something which was hidden might just come into limelight. A relationship, maybe some ex relationship, or maybe some extramarital relationship might just come into limelight. Be careful about that. 14th to the 17th is a good time period to connect with your partner, to reconcile, to maybe manage your relationships well. Okay. 22nd to 28th is a time when you have to be, 22nd to the 28th, 18 to 22nd, 18 to the 22nd is the time when, you can have some health issues, or you can have some communication gap with your people around you, with the co-workers, with your bosses. 22nd to 28th, it might just be that you have to deal with your children, or there are some complications your children are going through. You need to work through them, or you need to support them. They are confused, so help them out. Okay. So this is what this, transit of Mercury is going to be getting us at. It's just that you have to be careful about your communication, especially in case you're having some, gadgets, etc. You're planning to buy. So this is not going to be a good time period. Ketu's, as it is in your 11th house, it might just bring about some losses also. Okay. Be careful about your investments as well. Coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. I repeat, please take care of your investments, everyone. Your money matters, because Venus is also going to be at war. Now, coming to Sagittarius sign. For Sagittarius natives, Mercury is retrograding, being the ruler of your Kendra, that is 7th and the 10th lord in the 9th house, and then moves backwards in the Cancer sign, is going to be at war from 6th to 8th of August with Venus. Then 18th of August, it's going to be deeply combust, and then it is going to be in your Gandanta zone on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So these are the precarious most dates, especially. So do not get carried away with your investments, with your travels. It could be back and forth that you have to change your itinerary. You might just lose your passport or visa, etc. So take care of your luggage, etc. And also your relationship with your dad or your father's health. You have to take extra care. Okay. But it is a good time period to enhance your or upgrade yourself. How do we upgrade? To learn more, to acquire more knowledge. Maybe, your communication skills need to be brushed up. Maybe you need to learn more. Maybe a language. You're going to be opting for a language. Learn a language. And, when it is at war with Venus, it is going to be a problematic phase as regards to your relationship and your relationship, overall relationships, I would say, with your friends, etc. And also your investments. It can be that you lose money. Okay, so be careful. I can just simply say that. Just be careful, because Mercury, was moving forward to your 10th house. You were heading to a promotion and now it is called off. So you're feeling very uncomfortable. You're just cursing your bosses and seniors. Why this happened with me? So all those energies are going to be prevalent. And then Mercury moves into your 8th house again. So just go back and see how it was, when Mercury was in the 8th house of yours from the 29th June to the 19th of July. It will be playing out the similar way, especially from the 22nd August to the 4th of September. Similar kind of situation. So just see how it was. But surely Jupiter exalts here, but this is the place where, you might just feel a little uncomfortable health-wise. And there is a very emotional you which is coming up. So you need to work on yourself. You might just not be practical and making wrong decisions during this time. And this might just bring about some back and forth in your investments. You might just be planning everything, rehauling. I would say redoing things now. You might just get connected to those people who have guided you earlier. Now you want to reconnect with them and you want to resolve the issues that you have been not able to yourself. Okay, take care of your partner's health also. And especially from the 5th to the 13th of August is the time. If you are solo, you might just start a conversation and it might just fizzle out. You just wanted to propose that person accepted, and then it is back and forth. Ex-partner comes back, and then there is a complication which comes up. It could be that your relationship with your partner might just require another, chemistry and bonding. So you need to put effort here. Okay, be more communicative, but be careful about your communication also. Draw a line. Don't get carried away. Investments in your business might just be required, and maybe if you're having a partner or investors, so this might trigger as well. 5th to the 13th is a good time period for that. 14th to the 17th is a time when you can have some issues to deal with at the workplace. Any kind of job that you are doing might require a lot of time also. Anything. The routine jobs. 18th to 22nd, a good time for student natives. They might just be going overseas. They might just be planning their future and maybe joining a new job also. Some job proposal coming their way. 22nd to the 28th is the time you have to be careful about purchasing of property, vehicles, signing of documents, etc. So be careful. You have to, maybe there's a switch happening in your education plan. Subject change can happen. You're confused about deciding certain things. Okay. So be careful about all of these. And if at all you are thinking of making any kind of decisions as regards to your investments, etc., avoid 21st, 22nd, 23rd, I would suggest. Okay. Travels can be a little difficult. So be careful when you have to travel. Don't travel on the 18th. Don't travel on the 6th to the 8th. If you have to, then start your journey a little earlier, because it could be that, rush can just give you some issues and you will forget something. You might lose something also. So that's the only remedy I can give you. Okay. And start your journey from the north direction, wherever you are, wherever your house is facing, just leave the house towards the north and things will be better. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, this Mercury is going to be getting retrograde in your 8th house. And it was moving towards, the exalted place of Virgo, and then it moved backwards, and it's going to be in your 7th house again. So just go back and see how things were when Mercury went into Cancer sign on the 29th June to the 19th of July. So what was the theme that played out? Similar kind of a theme is going to play out. But remember, it will bring more frustration to you. Maybe, there was a job, it was just a slip between cup and the lip. It was that kind of a situation. It was just about to happen and you lost it. Or they said, oh, no. You were through with the final round, but, you were waiting and you knew you were positive. You were expecting a job letter, appointment letter, and boom, it just didn't materialize. So that kind of a situation can come up again, or similar kind of a situation can come up. You might just feel very frustrated. So just read between lines. It could be any kind of a situation that you have been feeling, something related to that particular arena, not just the job, maybe your relationship. You were about to get married, or you were about to get the proposal, but something happened and it was a about turn kind of a thing. So you need to figure that out yourself, how your horoscope or your situation is. So it might just be playing out the similar kind of a theme on the same lines. So then 8th house means that you're going to be having some health issues, skin related problem, digestive issues, or you're going to be having some speech related problems. You're not able to communicate well. People are suddenly people will start misunderstanding you, and that will give you a lot of irritation. See, in Leo sign, 19th of July, this Mercury entered, and it was in Gandanta. So 18, 19, 20th. of July were not good days for you. And that is somewhere, when we heard that things are not going good for Bangladesh also, somewhere in July, June, July, we heard that things are going haywire. So it is for that reason only, it is going to be again, starting. It's the uprising. So that kind of a situation in your personal life also can happen, that, you wanted to, invest somewhere and you could not, or you invested, you lost, you have you got the cure related to your thyroid or anything to do with your your skin, and then again it erupted again. The skin rash was gone and then again it erupted. So that might just bring about that frustration, right? So it is quite frustrating though, but surely it will give you that kind of a situation again and again during this time. And then post 12th of September, you will feel better because retrograde will be over. Also, there is a possibility of complication with the bosses and seniors. Somebody at the workplace might just pull you down. Politics is happening. You feel quite uneasy. Don't participate in that kind of a gossip. It's not going to help you. Okay. And from the 5th to the 13th of August, especially, you can have some legalities attached to your work or your relationship, or maybe you're going to be having some fitness issue. You're going to be starting a fitness plan, and then you were losing weight and then you started to put on. So that kind of a issue can also happen. So take good care of your health and your skin. 14th to the 17th is the time to connect with your children. Maybe there are examination, competition, change of subject, change of a place, or sending them to the boarding can happen. So this is going to be bringing about some and competition. There is some competition there is some award that was supposed to be given to your child and it is not. So you were expecting that and it didn't happen. Not good for progeny. I would suggest don't conceive during the retrogradations, because Saturn is also retrograde your Lagnesh, and your fifth lord is at war in the 8th house. So you have to be careful about your children's health, also mental health also. 22nd to 28th, it is not a good time for signing the agreements related to your property. Some dispute can come up. In your relationship, you can have some problems. There can be some get-togethers during this time with your friends, you have not met. So 2-3 get-togethers you might just have, you can just plan it well. 22nd to the 28th is the time period when you can have some travels, short journeys, and it can be that you're selling your property, but you're signing the documents, etc. There is complication there, or delays are there. Some complication can come up in the paperwork. Okay, depending on your personal chart, it could be a PR visa, or it could be a short journey. You're just having some issues in your papers of your car. So you can just see for yourself some paperwork or email, etc., or some presentation you have to prepare for, or you're speaking and there is a glitch. Your gadget, maybe your phone or your laptop, you have to take care of that as well. Okay. So something can crash. So be prepared, take the backup. That's what I can forewarn you with. Okay. Now coming to the Aquarius sign. For Aquarius natives, this Mercury is going to be turning retrograde in your 7th house, is going to be getting demoted and coming back to the 6th house. That is Cancer sign, is going to be at war from 6th to the 8th with Venus, is going to be in deep combustion on the 18th, and is going to be at war. Not just war, it is going to be in Gandanta. That is on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. 21st, 22nd, 23rd rather. Okay, it's going to be in Gandanta. And is going to be again in the demotion, coming back to the Cancer sign. So just go back and see how your 29 June to the 19 July was to know this whole phase. Okay. It is like, you're going to be experiencing some clarity about your relationship. Okay, this person is not going to be with me. This person is going to be with me. So that kind of a clarity you will get in your business also, in your life also. So life partner, relationship, you will get to know. Okay. This is not a good time period for investments. You might just have income losses. Your partner's health, partner's speech will get rough. So you have to be careful. You have to strike a balance here, just strike a balance with your family, with your partner, with your spouse, It can bring about some issues here and there at the workplace also. Because being the 8th house ruler, this might be that you invest a lot and you lose a lot. It's the 8th house energy playing out, no? So you might just have back and forth in your investments also. Retrogression is never a good time period for you guys because it is your 5th lord also, Purva Punya lord. So you might be reciting some chants. You might just go to an astrologer during this time to seek help and advice, okay? You might just revisit the astrologer, maybe. I have so many Aquarian clients, so maybe one of those will visit or two of those will visit me again. Can happen. Also, there is a possibility of your children going away from you. Romance might suffer. It is like the romance, the spice is missing. That can happen also because it's, after all, your 5th lord, which is transiting in retrogression in your 7th house. So there is, quite close that you're going to be having a stable relationship, a live-in or a marriage or a spousal relationship, and then you just, drop it. No, I don't want to get married. Oh, I don't want to live with this person. Suddenly the plan changes. So that kind of a thing can happen. Ex-partner can break the relationship, the current relationship. So be prepared for that, or either or, depends. Or ex-partner comes back to your life and you just have that spark back. So that can also happen. Also, there is a possibility that you can have some, something to do with your, your children. Maybe you're sending them off to some foreign land, to the boarding, or, they're going to be changing their subjects. You can conceive also during this time. Okay. And property related issues, 6th to the 8th can be having, can have some troubles, some dispute, purchase of vehicles. So you have to sign the documents, no? So documentation might take longer, or maybe there is something amiss. So read the documents well. Okay, reread them. And then Sun is also going to be transitioning through on the 15th, to the Leo sign. It's going to be in its own zone. And Mercury is going to be in deep combustion on the 18th. Now, on the 18th, you are not supposed to go in for heavy investments. It can bring about some losses through the partner or to the partner. So you have to be careful. Okay. Don't have ego clashes. Your partner can be very egoistical during this time because Mercury is your 8th lord also. So it could be that, you have losses, and because of that, you're not accepting and your partner is not accepting and you're having some troubles here and there. Okay. But relationship wise also, overall relationships suffer. Okay. So you have to strike a balance here, or don't expect too much and start accepting others as they are. Okay. If at all, they are pulling you down, I always say, just give them a kick and just move ahead. Just don't even look at them. Just don't even bother. Whosoever is bringing you down doesn't deserve to be in your life. I always say that. Only the people who uplift you should be there. Also, when moon moves into, Mercury moves into your Cancer sign, so it is going to be transitioning, from fire to water. Now, this is like, you're becoming very emotional. Suddenly you will become drink lots of water, but yes, I must tell you, you're working out and you're not drinking water. Drinking less water will keep you, you're not hydrated, you're dehydrated, and you will feel sick. So that is something you have to take care. As it is, it's the 8th lord transitioning through your 6th house. So you can have some chronic diseases or maybe some skin related troubles, hair fall, all that you have to be taking care as well. Also, eat right. Go for that fitness regime. Even if you're not well, you should. Don't overdo rather than and don't even underdo. Just don't feel too confident that I'm doing well. I can just ignore. I can just miss out for a week. So that is something that you have to be careful about. Okay. Overall, it's I will not say that it's a bad transit, but surely it was moving towards the 8th house. It was going to be moving towards the Virgo sign when it was in direct motion. So you need to take care of your relationships for sure. Okay. Traveling also. It can bring about travels and it can be little back and forth. The plans can just go haywire as well. Investments also. Be careful. Coming to the next one, that is okay. The last one, Pisces. Pisces complain that the readings are very short. Okay, I'll try my best. So for Pisces, this is the house, this is a sign where Mercury debilitates. And when Mercury debilitates and is transiting through your sixth house, so it's minus, minus, plus. It is in retrogression, so it is definitely not bad. So for Pisces natives, you must understand that anything to do with loans, litigation, investments, health, if you have been having issues, now you will feel better. For 3 weeks, make the best use of this transit. Now, can you see how the readings changed for Pisces? So you must actually appreciate your potential, acquire knowledge, get married if you're unmarried, get to the core of your knowledge, get to the core of your understanding, be creative, be more receptive to your environment, help others, connect with your uncles, aunts, serve them, or maybe they require your services, maybe somebody's unwell, or maybe you need that kind of guidance. So take that guidance, seek their blessings. You will definitely be doing better. And in relationship also, some new relationships can trigger. Ketu is there in your seventh house, so you need to be more your partner is getting detached, but you're getting too much into expectations. You're expecting a lot from the partner, but you need to be more vocal about it. If you are expecting, you don't expect silently, okay, this person should do for me or should have given me a hug, rather you go and hug that person, like that. Also, Mercury and Venus are on the 6th to the 8th at war. They're at war in your 5th house. So this is like, a little bit of a problematic phase for your relationships. Your communication gap can be there with your people around you, especially the female counterparts. You can have some issues here and there. So you need to take care of all of that as well. Investments also suffer. You're parking your funds somewhere and you have to pull them out. Also, there is this combustion which is happening. Mercury is combust, that is, it's burnt out. On the 18th, there's a deep combustion. So Mercury is also going to be experiencing highs and lows, especially in relationships, especially at the home front. You have to switch from one place to another. You have to maybe work-wise also you have to switch, but that is on hold. You're changing your residence and you have to really unpack and pack, etc. So it's bringing about too much of hassle. And also it is giving you hassle because maybe your plan is also back and forth. The landlord said, or you purchase the property, everything is bringing too much of hurdles. So you will go through all of that. And Mercury is going to be in Gandanta, is going to be in that transformation energy, that is from fire to the watery energy. So you can become very emotional about your children, about your surroundings. You can be very creative. You can journal. But at the same time, you need to balance everything. You need to strike a balance, work-life balance, investments also you have to be careful. Don't get carried away. You are going to be very creative, so you can go a little overboard in your creativity. You can, just maybe you're writing something and you're very, very creative about it and you just come up with something very weird. Sometimes it's too much also. So too much is too much. Okay. So this is what is happening. And lastly, I would say that there are certain dates that you have to make sure that you don't make hasty decisions on. 5th to the 13th, don't make any decisions related to the real estate. If you have to, there can be some dispute. You have to read the papers. Don't get carried away. And especially for purchasing of vehicle also, you have to be careful. Okay. 14th to 17th is the time when you can connect with your siblings. You can sort it out. Any kind of matter or issue that you're experiencing with your partner or your partner can be traveling also during this time, moving away from you, drifting away, or maybe going to a religious place. But this is the time period when you can go haywire in your investments. Your siblings, your neighbors, they can be your supportive. They can support you. Take their help. 18th to the 22nd is the time when you will make some wrong choices about your investments. Your expenditures are there to show off others. You can make some bigger amount of investment. Oh, I have so much money to show others. That can also happen. Also, expenditures on your partner can happen. Maybe health issues you have to take care of. And also, I was just thinking, take care of your digestive system, speech, mouth region. especially on the 18th to the 22nd. Okay, don't eat outside food. 22nd to the 28th is the time when you can be very vocal about whatever you're going through. You're going to be just speaking a lot, talking a lot. Okay, so you need to don't blabber. Rather, you can be very emotional also. You can be very confused also, what to say, what not to say. There is a tug of war going on in your head. So strike a balance. Take a, just short break. Don't speak instantly. Don't respond instantly. Take a break. Give it some time. Maybe, your mind is not, sometimes what happens in impulse, we make certain statements and then we have to, we cannot even bring them back. So that kind of a situation can come up. You are over confidently talking and then you regret. So you just mark your words, just take care of your speech, your words, and then you just go ahead with it. Okay. Just don't say it until unless you're sure of it. Okay. And lastly, it is going to be 29th of, no, that's okay. I think that's it. Then I will cover it when Mercury transits through Cancer sign and is going to be in Gandanta also. So that is going to be a separate video when it turns direct. Okay. So this is it for all the 12 signs, the guidance, and do write in the comment section whatever matched up. And even if it did not, do write it that because I was experiencing this and it was not matching because of this particular, kind of a configuration in my horoscope. Okay. So dasha is the main thing. If you are in the dasha of Mercury, you will experience this even more, the retrogradation. All right. So keep watching the videos for more insights. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.